Campground fail. Last night I just got eaten up by the no-see-ums again. So yesterday I did a video about staying in a campground. There happened to be a lot of uh, no-see-ums. They're like little gnats. I don't know if you can see this. And I bought this screening, and it's just like $7 from Lowe's hardware store. And I bought some scissors and some blue tape, and I just taped up my windows, because I crack my windows when I sleep in my car about a quarter of the inch, not a quarter inch, about a quarter of the way down, so I get fresh air, and then I circulate a fan. And I've never had a problem. I've never really done some deep woods camping, and even this campground I'm at, it's not really deep in the woods. But I guess because of the bushes, because of how it's situated, I even tried last night to change campsites, and it was still an issue. It's just, I guess, par for the course at this campground. And, this netting, even though it's very good, the no-see-ums could even get through. You can barely see it, but even these small holes, they can even get through there. I would say this helped 50%. It made it 50% better, having the screening on my windows than not. Another fail, though, is one of the screens fell off in the middle of the night. I don't know, the wind must have blown, and I didn't have it taped right. I just had it kind of rigged up there. It was a little bit better, but still not ideal. So I wanted to give you some insight. And again, I want to say, when you pick a campground to sleep in your car, tent camp, primitive camp, be mindful of picking one that's not by too many bushes. Try to pick one that's out in the open. It may make it a little bit better. It's not going to make it perfect. Now, you lose a little bit of privacy when you do that, because that's why people like the campgrounds that are they have the bushes around them, because they're, you have privacy. But, you're going to have to deal with bugs. And again, I think it's just some campgrounds are prone to more bugs than others. There's no way around that. It's not rocket science, but it's experience. I mean, because mainly, I've been doing mainly urban camping, Walmarts for one night, truck stops, things like that, in campgrounds occasionally. And so this is the first campground I really had a problem with insects, and mainly, again, the gnats, the little no-see-um, like biting flies. And they just gnaw at you. I mean, it's nothing like painful, but you hear them buzzing. It's just, it gets, you can't sleep peacefully. In one sense, I enjoy sleeping better at a truck stop, even though, you hear the big rigs come in and out throughout the night, but there's no bugs really to deal with. It's just concrete everywhere. So, it's just, you're in a gas station, basically. And so that's the benefit, actually, of urban camping. You don't have to deal with bugs. So that's a big benefit. And until you deal with bugs, which I didn't really have to deal with too much till recently, you don't realize. Now, again, I'm in Florida, but I even spoke to somebody who camps a lot in New Jersey, and they deal with it too. Depending on the campsites they go, they get ticks on them. They have problems with the gnats. So, some states may be more affected than others, but pretty much when you're in the woods and your campgrounds, it's just par for the course. That's why I do like urban camping better. It's as far as less bugs, less privacy, more noise at urban camping, Walmarts, truck stops, but no bugs. So there's everything in life is trade-offs. And I go back to, really, the key ingredient is just being able to mix up some urban camping with some campgrounds, and just mix it up. Some free camping, and for a variety of reasons, it's just better. And some campgrounds are going to be better than others. But I just want to do a follow-up video on this insect screening, and how it helped about 50%. And I couldn't really fully gauge it last night, because one did fall off one of my windows, so I'm sure that didn't help. But I at least want to give a follow-up, and I want to share with you guys, people who are on this nomadic journey, or people who just camp. And I had a viewer who left a message that she was tent camping, and she had a tent that had all this netting on it, and then the no-see-ums still got through there. The no-see-ums are little gnats. They're microscopic, pretty much. I mean, so they can get through pretty much any netting or any screening. Very hard to eliminate that. Very hard. But I'm going to continue to look around and to explore. I don't know if I'm going to. I got 2 more nights I reserved at this campground. Again, the other lesson with campgrounds is don't reserve more than 5 days consecutive. Thank God I didn't reserve 14 days consecutive. So I still got a couple more nights. I'm thinking about, do I want to go back tonight or do something different? We'll see. But this is all part of the learning experience, because that's one thing I didn't really vet out yet is the different campgrounds and which ones are best, which ones aren't. And there's no substitute for that. You can read the reviews online and all that, and that's helpful. That's part of the puzzle, but there's no substitute for experience, for actually doing. That's why I always say, look, just start now, refine it as you go, because everything in life requires experience. And your experience will be different than someone else because no one is you and you're no one else. That's my experience. Take it for what it's worth. Peace and love.